So 2-0 win away to Dunston UTS today. Great performance from the lads.
Yeah, real workmanlike battling performance, and I just asked them to carry in from last week against Stockton, where we did the same thing, that grit and determination. I've got good players, I've got fit players. If they can do that side of it very well, they're a match for anybody. And I'd always say it every week, they're class to a man. And today was a really good, solid performance from every player that played. Even the lads that didn't come on, they're on the bench supporting the lads. And I think just the way that we competed, they're a good side, they're physical, they're strong, they play some good football. They're in the league where they are in the league for a reason. We knew what we was up against today, and the game plan was executed by the lads to a T. So, all credit must go to them today.
Yeah. And Dunston, they were still creating some chances towards the end, but a debut goal for Shai Fearon really wrapped up the match.
Yeah, the game plan was to match the fight, match the physicality. Obviously the pitch behind me, it took a beating, so we knew it wasn't going to be a spectacle in terms of a footballing sense, but it was about who was the best in both boxes, who worked the hardest in midfield, because I felt that was where they were strongest, and we did the latter. So we worked the hardest, we got the chances, we put them away, but I think both teams created a lot of chances in the game. We could have had 3 or 4 more on the day, and they could have also scored a couple, but I think on reflection, I think we deserved full value for the 3 points. I can't really remember Willow called into action that much apart from routine stuff. So they huffed and puffed, and they're always going to do that. They're a good side, like I said, and it's not a disrespect to them, but I thought we was better on the day. We took our chances, and it was great to see Shai come on, being direct, which I hoped he would be. I'd seen him play before. Came on, took his goal extremely well, worked hard, battled, and it was kind of baptism of fire for him coming into men's football like that. But he did extremely well and deserved his goal at the end, and it's a great little bit of play by Jebbo to slip him through. But everybody played their part today.
And Reece Bertram with his first goal for the club as well, cracking header at the near post and a great corner routine from Jamie Walker.
Yeah, I just said get across the front stick, put it into an area, make them defend it. If you get on the end of it, it's very difficult, I know, as a goalkeeper to save that, and also for a defender to defend against it. So, it's the beauty of football. I suppose last week we're sitting here going, how have we not got 3 points towards the end, and Reece has slipped and it's come off the head, and then this week he scores a goal, and that's the beauty of football. There's always another game, there's always another opponent to play against. You have to be resilient mentally, and I asked the whole side to do that. You're probably coming away from 2 games against really good opposition from up north with 6 points, but I'll take 4. And the way that they're playing and the way that they're fighting, it shows real character at this time in the season as well. When the games get tough and the pitches get a little bit heavy, that's what you've got to do. You've got to battle and grind one out, and that's what they did. So I'm really pleased with them.
And coming into the match, Danny Gordon back into the midfield, starting a bit further up than usual, and Alex Marshall with his first start since I think the 5th of November after that injury picked up. What you saw from them when they came on against Stockton, is that what made you pick them today?
Yeah, I think every time you get a chance to play on the pitch, if you're in the starting 11 or you're coming on for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you have to make an impact. And for me, I thought today would suit them perfectly. Danny's legs, his energy picking up second balls. Like I said, I knew it wasn't going to be a spectacle in football in a sense. So, Alex doing the hard yards up front, which allowed basically Tom and Jamie beside him to go 1v1 against the fullbacks. And the amount of times that Jamie got in the first half and Tom went through on goal, and we've had chances to score. It was working to a T. So that was based on the opposition we were playing against. I'd watched the highlights from Tuesday night. Done my research, and I felt that was the best team to go with. But I think the way that they conducted themselves when they come on last week shows me they're still ready to go, and put them in the kind of starting lineup picture for me as a manager to pick them. So I'd say that to all the players, even the 2 that didn't get on today. I've openly said in training I'm going to judge it on what I see in training and in games, and how you conduct yourself on and off the pitch, and that's based on Alex. To be fair, probably 2 years ago, he would have thrown his teddies out the pan, but he's been exemplary in terms of how he's conducted himself. He's supported his teammates, and that's what I want to see from the players. It's a collective group of 18, 19 players. If you get your chance, take it. And I think both of them did very well today. Like I said, I can't really single anyone out, but as a whole team, I thought the back four was excellent. I thought the goalkeeper put himself on the line, his body on the line, come and collect some crosses. So as a whole performance, defensively and offensively, in both boxes, which is what I asked him to do, they was all excellent.
Yeah. And Stockbridge Park Steelers next on Tuesday evening. We picked a result against them earlier this season, but they've gone from strength to strength since we got that result, really. You mentioned today that we've had a bit more luck with our away form this season, so how do you think we can take that going into the home match now?
Well, I think you look at the performances at home. We've beat Cleethorpes and drawn with Stockton. So I think the form in terms of the mood and the morale in the dressing room, they're all ready to go. I think this is the time of the year where you find out where you're at. I think January, February time, when the games come thick and fast from being called off, you've got to go rocking and rolling, as it were. You just got to pick up results, and it's about not sometimes how you play, it's about picking up results. And today that was a kind of a prime example. Moving into Tuesday, listen, they're a good side. There was a good side when we played against them early on in the season. I think first half we had the better of the play. We probably should have been 2 or 3-0 up. Second half they battered us, and that's the kind of I see it a lot in this league where teams just never give up. So you have to be ready. We'll go into that game again. We're at home. Looking forward to it, trying to get 3 points on the board and climb the table. And I've kind of given them a target now. Where can you get to? Can you push for a playoff spot? Can you come a late charge? And that's something that they're going to have to stand up and be counted, each and every one of them, to do that. And it starts again on Tuesday night. We're just taking each game as it comes now. I know how they play. I know a lot of their players, and I'm sure it'll be a tough game, but it'll be a good game.